today we are going to study about how to draw pictograph. So in the last class we discussed about getting data from pictograph. So now we are going to study about how to draw pictograph, and the drawing a pictograph is very interesting and sometimes it's difficult to draw the symbols. So for that easy way we can use simple symbols to represent the data. For example, if we can represent the number of students present in the class, and we can represent the number of students in simple symbols like this. We can represent the number of students present in class. We represent each of the students in this way. So in for this figure stands for 5 students. Okay, here you can see that it's the head of the student and body and 2 hands, legs, and it's equal to 5 students. And here we can avoid or remove one leg of this figure. Then we get the figure like this. We remove the one leg. So it stands for 4. And for 3, represents 3. We remove the 2 legs of the figure. Here it represents 3 students. And for represents 2, we remove the 2 legs and 1 hand. That this figure represents 2. And for represents 1, we remove the 2 legs and 2 hands, and it's equal to 1. And this figure stands for 1 student, and this figure stands for 5 students. If we remove 1 leg of the figure, and it stands for 4 students. And if we remove the 2 legs, then it stands for 3 students. And we remove the 2 legs and 1 hand, then it stands for 2 figure. And we remove 2 legs and 2 hands, then it stands for 1 student. Okay. And here so to represent 5, we draw the figure like this. And for representing 4, we remove the 1 leg of the figure. Then it represents 4. Then for 3, we remove the 2 legs, and it stands for 3. Then for remove 2 legs and 1 hand, stands for 2. And to remove 2 legs and 2 hands, it stands for 1. So this figure represents 5 students, this one 4 students, and this figure represents 3 students, and this figure represents 2 students, and this one represents 1 student. Okay. And here in your textbook there is a question, example 7. And the following are the details of numbers of students present in a class of 30 during a week, represented by a pictograph. So here the days and number of students were present given in the form of a table, and we want to represent the following details in the form of a pictograph. For that, first you draw the columns. Columns means days and number of students were present. So draw the columns like that same. So first column is days. So drawing pictograph. So for that, first you draw the 2 columns, and here the 2 columns are days and number of students were present. Here the column is given here, days and number of students. Here the numbers are given here. So we want to draw the pictograph using symbols. Okay. So here you first draw the column. That is 2 columns, days and number of students present. Days and number of students are present. Okay, so here the first day, that's Monday. There are 24 students were present. 24 students were present on Monday. So you take like the symbols 15 plus 5, 20. Then if we draw another 5, then it stands for 25. But we want to draw 24. That's 20 plus 4. And the figure that represents 4 is, draw the figure like this and remove one leg. Then it stands for 4. Okay. 20 plus 4 is equal to 24. 5, 10, 15, 20, 24. If you remove the one leg of the figure, then it stands for 4. So 20 plus 4, 24. Then next one is Tuesday. Then on Tuesday, how many students were present in Tuesday? 26. 26 students were present on Tuesday. So we take the symbol represents 5 and 5 into 5 we get 25. So draw 5 figures represents 5 students. Then 5 to 5, 25. 25 plus 1, 26. Then draw the figure represents 1 student. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We want to draw 26. 25 plus 1, 26. So which figure represents 1? This figure. If we remove the 2 legs and 2 hands, then it stands for 1. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 plus 1, 26. So there are 26 students were present on Tuesday. Then Wednesday. On Wednesday, 28. So 28 students were present on Wednesday. So 28 means 25 plus 8. Sorry, 25 plus 3. That we get 28. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25 plus 3. And the figure represents 3 is remove the 2 legs. It represents 3. So we get 25 plus 3, 28. Then next one, Thursday. And on Thursday, 30 students were present. So 5 into 6. So draw 6 figures represent each stands for 5. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So the next day is Friday. Friday 29. Students were present on Friday. And here 25 plus 4 we get 29. So 5 into draw 4 figures. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25 plus 4 and remove one leg of the figure, then it stands for 4. So 25 plus 4, 29. And on Saturday, Saturday 22. So it's 5, 10, Okay. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 20, 20 plus 2 22. In this way we can represent the given data into a pictograph in the form of a pictograph. Okay. And here we are going to our exercise portion. Exercise 9.2. In your textbook, page number 196, it's a question number 1 in exercise 9.2. So total number of animals in 5 villages are as follows. So here the total number of animals in each village is given below. By using the given data or details, we want to draw the pictograph. Then we want to write the answers for the following questions. Okay. So here the data are given here are in village A. Village A, there are 80 animals present, and in village B, 90 animals present, and sorry, in village B, 120 animals, and number of animals in village C is 90, and number of animals in village B 40, and number of animals in village E 60. So by using this data, we want to draw the pictograph. So prepare a pictograph of these animals using one symbol to represent 10 animals and answer the following question. So here the symbol is like this. This symbol represents animals. This symbol represents animals, and this one symbol represents or stands for 10 animals. One symbol represents or stands for 10 animals. Okay. So here using this symbol, we want to represent the number of animals present in each of the village. So for that, first you draw the column. So column is village. Then next column is represents the number of animals. So draw a table including the columns village and number of animals. So village question number 1, village. Second column, number of animals. The first village is village A. Village A, there are 80 animals present, and we want to draw the pictograph by using this symbol, and the one symbol stands for 10 animals. So we want to draw 80 animals by using the given symbol. So the first one symbol stands for 10 animals. So 10, first one 10, then 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We want to draw 80 animals. For that you draw 8 symbols, and 8 into 10 we get 80 animals. Okay, each symbol stands for 10 animals. So 8 into 10, 80 animals. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Then next one is village B. And there are 120 drawn on village B because 12 into 10 we get 120. Then next village is village C. There are 90 animals were present in village C. So 9 into 10 we get 90. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Then village D and 40 animals. So first figure stands for 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. Then village E. There are 60 animals. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so 60 animals. So in this way you can draw the pictogram from the given data. And here some questions are also given below. And here the questions, you want to answer the following questions on the basis of this table or the pictograph. And the first question, how many symbols present and represent animals of village E? How many symbols represent animals of village E? So here village E, how many symbols they represent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 symbols were used to represent animals in village E. So the answer of first question is 6 symbols. Then next question, which village has the maximum number of animals? Here you can see that which village has the maximum number of animals. Yes, village B. There are 12 symbols. So village B has maximum number of animals. There are 120 animals in village B. So village B has maximum number of animals. So the answer is village B. Then C. Which village has more animals? Village A or village C? If we compare village A and C, we can see that which village has more animals. Here village A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 symbols were present. In village C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 symbols were present. Which means 90 animals present in village C and 80 animals were present in village A. So village in which village has more animals? Village C has more animals compared to village A. So the answer is village C. So the first question, how many symbols were used to represent the animals present in village E? There are 6 symbols were used to represent animals in village E. And the second question, in which village has maximum number of animals? And in village B has maximum number of animals were present, that is 120 animals were present in village B. And in C, question number C, which village has more animals? Village A or village C? If we compare village A and village C, C has more animals than village A. So the answer is village C. Sorry. So these are the answers of the questions based on the pictograph. Okay. And here the next question. So the second question is also to draw a pictogram and the same way. So that's your homework. Okay. So here the years are given and the number of students who are present in each year is also given and the symbol is used to represent 100 students. Use this symbol to represent 100 students. So using these symbols you want to draw the pictogram on the basis of the given data. So that's your homework. Do your homework properly and send to my WhatsApp. Then our next question is bar graph. So bar graph means representing data by pictogram is time consuming and it's also sometimes it's difficult to draw pictures or draw the symbols. Okay. So we want to and the next method to represent organizing data is a method of bar graph. Bar graph means we want to draw the or represents the given data in the form of a horizontally or vertically in equal spacing between the that's called a bar graph. So we want to study about how to draw a bar graph. For that, for example, if the details are given below and we want to draw the bar graph representing the given details. So the bar graph is given, then we want to find out the answers of the given questions from the bar graph. How to find the answers from the bar graph? Okay, let's see how to find the answers of the given questions from the bar graph. For that, if the bar graph is given like this, draw a vertical line and draw a horizontal line, then represent the points. Here it's number of students, here the details are the number of students. Draw the graph by using number of students and years. Number of students and years. So here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70. And here the years. 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. And bar graph is drawn like this. Draw a two lines by spacing between the numbers. And here it stands for 30 students. 2000 number of students were present is 30 and 2001 is 40. 40 is here. So draw 40 and here next one is 50 and 50 is here. So draw 50 and here 60. 60 is here. In this way, you can draw the bar graph. And here the bar graph is given, and we want to write the questions and write the answers of the following questions. So here you can see that these are number of students, and this represents each unit: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And 1 unit length means the distance between two numbers with 2 units. Here distance between 20 and 10 is 10 and here students. That is the scale of the graph. Okay, and the next question, how many new students are added every year? Here you can see that in 2000 there are only 30 students were present, and in 2001 they increased by 10 students, that is 30 become 40 students, so increased 10 students, and 2002 40 become increased by 10 or 50 students, that is also 10 students were increased, and in 2003 60. So in number of years, so how many students were new students added in every year? There are 10 students were added in every year. First year only 30, then 10 is added 40, then 40 plus 10 is 50, 50 plus 10 is 60. So every year 10 students were added. Every year 10 students were added. Then C, question number C is the number of students in the year 2003 twice that in the year 2000. Here you can see that in 2000 there are 30 students were present in 2000. In the year 2000 there are 30 students were present, and in the year 2003 there are 60 students were present, and 60 is the twice of 30. 30 plus 30 we get 60, or 30 into 2 we get 60. So 60 is the twice of 30. So the number of students present in 2003 is the twice of 2000 in the year 2000. Okay, so in this way we can write the answers by using a bar graph, and we can draw the bar graph in a horizontally or vertically. Okay, and here we are moving to solve the exercise portion, and it is based on bar graph. Exercise 9.3. And the first question, the bar graph given alongside shows the amount of wheat purchased by government during the year 1998 to 2002. Read the bar graph and write down your observation in which year was. Okay, so here the bar graph is given, and the bar graph shows the amount of wheat purchased by government during the year 1998 to 2002. The wheat production or the amount of wheat purchased by government each year is given in a form of a bar graph. So using the bar graph, you find the answers of the given questions. And here the first question is, here you can see that. So here the bar graph is like this. Bar graph is given in your textbook. Okay, so all of you take your textbook and take the page number 198 and look at the bar graph. Shows here. And the first one, look at here. Draw a vertical line and draw a horizontal line. And the vertical line, it represents wheat in thousands tons. Okay, so here the wheat, the amount of wheat is here, and the horizontal line, the number of years is represented in the horizontal line, and amount of wheat represented in vertical line. And here you can see that amount of wheat is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and the difference between each two numbers is 5. 10 and 5 is 5, and 15 and 10 is difference is 5. So 1 unit length is equal to 5,000 tons. So the amount of wheat is given in 1,000 tons. Okay, so each unit, so 1 unit length is equal to 5,000 tons. Okay, so our scale. So the scale of the graph is 1 unit length is equal to 5,000 tons. And here the first question is the wheat production maximum. In which year was the wheat production maximum? Here you can see that on 1998 it stands for 15. So in 15,000 tons were purchased on 1998 and 1999 it's 25,000 and 2000 is 20 and 2001 it's also 20 and 2002 is 30. So in which year the wheat production is maximum? 2002. In the year 2002 is the wheat production is maximum. Here you can see that this is the maximum. So 2002, in 2002 is the government purchased the maximum amount of wheat. So the answer of first question A is 2002. And B, the wheat production. In which year the wheat production is minimum? In which year is the wheat production is minimum? Here you can see that it is the minimum production of wheat. In this year represents the minimum production of wheat. So in 1998 is the minimum wheat production is occurs. So in which year is the minimum production of wheat? Minimum wheat production or minimum amount of wheat purchased in 1998. The year 1998 where the minimum amount of wheat is purchased. Okay, so these are the questions of the first questions and answers of first question in exercise 9.3. In this way we can answer the questions based on a bar graph. So here are some more problems are given in your textbook. So the problems that we will discuss in our next class. So in exercise 9.2, question number 2 is your homework. So you do your homework properly. If you have any doubts, so contact me. You just ask me and write your homework or do your homework properly and study well. Have a nice day. Thank you.